What an introduction. Thank you so much, Naren. What an opening. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for coming to our 73rd, 4th of July program here at Ramakrishna Monastery. We've been doing this since 1951 on the 4th of July, where this statue that you see here by the pond was installed. It was designed and made by Malvina Hoffman, a very renowned sculptress. That's right. Yeah, an artist. And what a beautiful, welcoming when you just walk this pathway and you see Swamiji sitting there. Well, today, before the musical program, I would like to contemplate upon Vivekananda, the universal man. Most of you know who Vivekananda is. He's Sri Ramakrishna's main disciple, and he means a lot to us. He's the founder, inspired by his teacher Sri Ramakrishna, of this monastic organization, and he is our teacher. So I would like to start with a prayer. Om Namah Shri Yatirajaya Vivekananda Suraye Satchit Sukha Swarupaya Swamine Tapaharine. Om. Salutations to the King of Monks, who is Swami Vivekananda, blazing like a sun, who is of the nature of joy, the joy of Satchit Ananda, Brahman. Salutations to that Swami who removes the misery of worldly life. My ideal, indeed, he said, can be put into a few words, and that is to preach into mankind their divinity. My ideal indeed can be put into a few words, and that is to preach into mankind their divinity and how to make it manifest in every movement of life. Boom, that's it. That's Swami Vivekananda for you. So, what's that supposed to mean? Swami Vivekananda's universality, I believe, is rooted in his own experience of the spiritual oneness in all existence. It's not just book knowledge. Is his own experience, not simply his intellectual comprehension, extensive knowledge, keen interest in human values, and worldwide sympathy for fellow feelings. Swami Vivekananda sees God dwelling in all human beings. It was his own experience. To his spiritual vision, man's real self is ever pure. And that's you, that's I, all of us. Man's real self, capital Self, is ever pure, free, immortal, and divine. The same Supreme Being, pure consciousness, dwells within each psychological organism as the conscious self. More or less, again, manifest. The difference is not in kind, it's not of kind. As you all know, there is no difference. Then what is the difference then? In the degree of manifestation. The more we open our hearts, we can let the self, we can let that God dwelling within us express himself through us. Till we are no more. We merge into that reality, and that was his case. In human individuals, he shines distinctly as the knowing self. The one infinite self is apparently divided into countless individual selves, even as the moon appears as a myriad moons being reflected in innumerable ripples of water. Of all the living creatures, man alone is capable. Man alone, human beings, are only capable of realizing our essential identity with the divinity and his unity with all living creatures. He who attains this experience feels a spiritual relationship with one and all, the only relationship between man and his fellow creatures that transcends all distinctions of psychophysical adjuncts and develops universal love. Swami Vivekananda sees God dwelling in all human beings, in all beings. The Lord says, Shri Krishna says, Yo mam pashyati sarvatra, sarvam cha mai pashyati, tasyaham na pranashyami, sachamena pranashyati. He who sees me in all beings, in all things, and sees all things in me, he never becomes separated from me, nor do I become separated from him. He who sees me in all things, in all beings, and sees all things in me. There, that's the practice. Vidya vinaya sampanne brahmane gavihastini shunicheva swapakecha pandita samadarshinaha. Again, Bhagavad Gita. We find the Lord saying, the knowers of the self, the knowers of the self. Vivekananda, Sri Ramakrishna himself. Look with equal eye on a Brahmana endowed with learning and humility, a scavenger, a cow, an elephant, or a dog. The knower of the self, capital Self, look with equal eye. The knowers of the self look with equal eye. That is the root of his teachings. We see that Swami Vivekananda is dealing with the root of the problem of life by aiming at the and ultimate, but dealing and aiming at the ultimate solution. What is the ultimate solution? To know who we are. Know who we truly are. With the development of this spiritual consciousness, that is to say, with the growing awareness of the true nature of the self, with the growing awareness of the true nature of who we truly are. An individual's moral and rational nature are bound to develop. We become better people. His message is kind and soothing, don't you think? He deals with the problem with the ultimate solution. Just know who you are. That's it. And practice. Yeah, easy, right? But there is no other way. His message is refreshing and fulfilling. It's love for one another. It's love for our real self. It's love for God. Do you feel for others? Ramakrishna used to say that is the test of true spirituality. Vivekananda says in his works, that's because you people don't accept your real identity, the real individuality. He said, just quoting, you people in this country are so afraid of losing your individuality. Why? You are not individuals yet. When you realize your whole nature, you will attain your true individuality, not before. We are infinite, and that is our real individuality. There is no individuality. There is no individuality except in the infinite. End quote. He sees the divine self of man and looks upon the human form as the very symbol of the divinity. And looks upon the human form as the very symbol of the divinity. We should try to do that. In Vivekananda, the universal spirit has found a loving, dynamic, and all-encompassing expression, which is rare to find, only in world teachers. Jesus, Buddha, Christ. All truth is eternal. Truth is nobody's property. No race, no individual can lay any exclusive claim to it. Truth is the nature of all souls. Truth is my God, he used to say, and the universe is my country. With this banner, he preached the unity of mankind. When, O Lord, shall man be brother to man, was the constant prayer on his lips. He was a builder of bridges, a destroyer of barriers, a man without frontiers. Vivekananda, the universal. With this introduction, I would like to call Swami Sarvadevananda. He is the head and spiritual minister of the Vedanta Society of Southern California. He will also introduce to all of us our new monastic member. I'm very excited. This I like to share some kind of unusual happiness that's been happening to me lately. And Maharaj will mention his name. Well, okay, Swami Sarvashrayananda. He's among us. We were together in training center, and I will let Swami Sarvadevananda introduce him officially. Thank you. I will come back. We have Rasha Rahman, Alex Medina, and Naren will come back with his music. So stay. We will be finishing around 4:30. Okay? Thank you. Welcome, Maharaj.
So it is a great occasion, the 4th of July, the day of freedom, declaration of freedom. And Swamiji selected this day as his departure from the mortal frame into the infinite reality which he was. Before I go into it, let me introduce Swami Sarvasrayananda. Where is he? Yeah. The Swami. Our Dhanu Yogananda Maharaj was very keen to have him, and actually we requested the headquarters, and they are kind enough to send him for our work in the Southern California. And particularly now for this center, because our Ananta Brahmachari will be going to training center, so we will have no other person to work here. So that's why, and we are very happy to have him. Only few days, even he is not over with the jet lag. Swami Sarvasrayananda was got the mantra, Sannyas Guru. Sannyas Guru is Atmasthanandaji, and he's got the initiation from Swami Gahanananda Maharaj. He joined in the Utukamand in India, and he worked in different centers like Chingalpattu and Vivekananda College in Chennai and Visakhapatnam, and he served as in the many centers in that way and worshipping the Lord. That was his main speciality. So we will get a good pujari now. For we need, because Hollywood is a puja center, Durga Puja, Kali Puja, then our Ramakrishna Puja, Swami Vivekananda, Holy Mother, Swami Brahmananda, so Shivaratri, so Kali, Mother Kali. So we are very happy to have him. So welcome. Now today already you have heard the introduction about Swami Vivekananda, the universal Vivekananda. We all are individual, even the great people in every religion and every country, they talk about the glory of their own. But there are very special people who speak for the whole universe. And when in the Parliament of Religion, it is said that everyone spoke, all the spiritual leaders, those who represented there, everyone spoke about the greatness of their own religion. But the only one exception, Swami Vivekananda, who spoke for the whole world religion. And he gave that idea that we are all one and we are all moving towards the same destination of self-realization. Swami Vivekananda gave a talk, The Way to the Realization of a Universal Religion, and that was given in Pasadena in Southern California in 28 January 1900. And there he said, our watchword then will be acceptance and not exclusion. There's a very beautiful idea. Not exclusion, but acceptance. Sri Ramakrishna accepted everyone as they are. The uniqueness of that story, I remember when one day Swami Vivekananda came to Sri Ramakrishna and was bitterly describing the bad things of the one new cult has come in Calcutta. Those who are making in the name of spirituality some types of sadhana which normally we don't encourage. But and he went on bombarding his ideas. How bad is that? How bad is that? And at this end of the discussion, Sri Ramakrishna smiled and said, but my child, that is also a path. See the greatness, the universality. And that was injected into the heart of Swami Vivekananda. And Vivekananda is the mouthpiece of Sri Ramakrishna. In him there was nothing but Ramakrishna. He spoke that we know that when he used to get exhausted with his topics for next day what to speak, the host will hear that he is talking to somebody at the night. And when asked for, Swami, whom did you talk last night? It is Sri Ramakrishna who came and gave all the points what is to be talked in the next day's lecture. So we are in and out, it is Sri Ramakrishna who worked to him, but the universality which was in Sri Ramakrishna, the unique, and that has never, history has never seen that. In the Upanishad we say that there are all paths are paths. Ekang Sat, the truth is only one and the paths are many. But to demonstrate that in life and in practical endeavor of everyday life is very, very rare we find. And we find that Swami Vivekananda came in this country, he loved this country. I love the Yankees, Swami said. And actually he loved the sisters. Actually he used to say, I am like a child in the hand of all these wonderful sisters and mothers, no? They're taking care of him like a child. And here he feels mother, here he feels the sister. Here he scolds them, and what is wrong, not with anger or frustration, but pointing out to the defects so that it can be the best in the world. And when he goes back and praising so much of India in this country, India is such a spiritual country, this, that, and going back to India, they're scolding, you nonsense, you want to expect that you will be adored by everyone, and this is your background, and you are marrowless. So you see, it is only a person like a father. It is a job of a father who loves unconditionally everyone. Human beings are only one in the whole world. That's why this inclusiveness, that is the uniqueness of Swami Vivekananda, and that is the universal Vivekananda. He is equally present in every place and solving the problem of that particular country, that particular people and their spiritual practices, and improving them and adding to the something which will be lead them to the total freedom. And as you just heard, that unity comes only through the experience of oneness. It is not intellectual unity. Intellectual unity will come, as Sri Ramakrishna or Holy Mother also said. Now, when the parrot talks about Lord's name, Krishna, 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 Krishna. But when the cat catches the neck, and his own voice comes out. So how many universalism we may talk about when actually face in the life situation, then our own weakness, our own feelings of superiority with others come up. So Swamiji in his talk, what he said, I want to read a few lines that is very inspirational. Not only tolerance for so-called toleration is often blasphemy, and I don't believe in it. I believe in acceptance. Why should I tolerate? Toleration means that I think that you are wrong and I'm just allowing you to live. That's the tolerance. Tolerance means that is it not a blasphemy to think that you and I are allowing others to live? As if I am so much big guy that I am allowing you. So not the word of tolerance, but with the deeper sense is that acceptance. We must have to accept everyone. So I accept, Swami Vivekananda says, all religions that were in the past and worship with them all. I worship God with every one of them. In whatever form they worship Him. I shall go to the mosque of the Mohammedan. I shall enter the Christian's church and kneel before the crucifix. I shall enter the Buddhistic temple, where I shall take refuge in Buddha and in his law. I shall go to the forest and sit down in meditation with the Hindu who is trying to see the light which enlightens the heart of everyone. And that is the universality of Swami Vivekananda. What he says, that this practice, who can be bold enough to say like that and really practice? Going to the church, equally feeling the inspiration to see God there. Going to the mosque and feeling the same inspiration that with so much devotion they are calling upon God. And the feeling of the presence of the divine in temples and churches, and also in human being. Swami Vivekananda's great word was that the people mistakenly talk whom he called as a man or a woman. I worship God, that God in human form. So he is seeing that unity, and that is the universalism. So what we want in our life to see and learn from Vivekananda, to be broad like the vast like that of the ocean, broad like that of the sky. So it should be this feeling that today's world is tormented with so much of friction and bloodshed and killing, and why? In the name of religion, or forgettable in the religion. Even go to every home, there is conflict among each other. Why? Because this universalism idea has not entered into anywhere. In the home, even home front, 2 people, 3 people sitting together, and they're always quarreling and fighting with each other. Why? Because the ground of universalism, or the ground of our being in the world, is the oneness. That is what is called God in all being, and that spirit is to be inculcated, and Vivekananda stands for the spirit. Let us see Swami Vivekananda in the Belur Math is sleeping in the night, and suddenly he woke up and he could not contain himself, and he was walking back and forth, and Swami Vivekananda saw him. What has happened to you? Why are you not sleeping? And Swami Vivekananda said, you know Pesan? Pesan is the nickname of Vivekananda. At this point of time, some people in somewhere in the world, some person somewhere in the world is in excruciating pain, and that is hitting my heart. What is that inspiration? And really it was found next day's newspaper. In Fiji, there was a volcanic eruption at that particular time. How his mind was tuned in some another note, where any vibration, any suffering, any pleasure, Upanishad says that I am roaming in the world with millions of Sahasra Sirsha Purusha. This head, I am in all the heads. I work through the millions of hands. I work through the millions of people. That is the experience of the Upanishad, the ancient Upanishad. Sri Ramakrishna stands for that. And here we find a practical application of that. Where somebody is dying, no one knows. And he could not sleep. It is hitting his heart. The pain, the agony that is going on there, far distance, is being felt here. That is the connection, universal Vivekananda. It is the same feeling and emotion when the black people in this country were treated. He was really so much upset with that. And one time he said, let's also see what we would do and what Vivekananda did. When he was shut down from entering into any restaurant or any place to eat even, paying money, the door was shut down, and thinking that he is a dark complexion person, is an Afro-American. No. But somebody said, Swami, why did you not say that you are an Indian? Then he said, what? To speak of myself as superior to others, and to say that I am superior, so I am not a black person, so I can be treated in the same way. So here it is a life's question. When we face these challenges in life, we'll have to think 10 times that what we are talking, what we are thinking, and how we are behaving. And that unity, that feeling of unity, what we heard just now, came from the experience of oneness of the reality. That means it came from the knowledge of the self, that Atma Jnana, Brahma Jnana, and that based on the foundation of that only universality can work. Otherwise it is all, all the nations are united nations. But what is going on in the world, no one can stop. It is all connected together. There are good people, intellectual people, but it does not resonate in that level as Swami Vivekananda wanted. That means Swami Vivekananda, to worship, he said, don't wave incense around me, Vivekananda used to say. Because before his death he said, don't make me a statue soon. Because in India, anyone dies, then we make a temple of him. and then wave incense and don't follow their instruction. So Swami Vivekananda, knowing very well, he said, don't make me a statue. Rather act what I say. To live the life according to the way he lived and be selfless. To be universal, one must have to be selfless. As much unselfishness, that much universality. So this is the Swami Vivekananda stands for that. There is no small s, the little petty I functioning there. It is that only one truth, and that is that cosmic self is functioning, and he identifies in that cosmic level with all and everyone, and whether it's low or high. And the attitude is to imbibe, we have to imbibe that spirit by becoming selfless. I said that selfishness is the death, and selflessness is God. Nothing but selflessness. This high philosophy of universality, or Vivekananda is the universal, because he is selfless. He has no zero. As one day in this country it happened, he was walking back and forth, no? And he was watching, a big mirror was there. He was standing before the mirror when he stand, and was looking at the mirror as if he's praising his own beauty. And then he turns back, and then again comes, again stand before the mirror. And then, who was that? I forgot the name. Ellen Waldo. So he said, Swami, what is this? Why are you looking at yourself? He said, then I am trying to remember that it is me, Vivekananda. But as soon as I turn, I forget my face and I forget myself. Total abnegation of, total absence of personality, so long ego personality, the zero. So this unselfishness is the source of universalism in Swami Vivekananda, and Vivekananda is the hero of every country, every person, men, women, and everyone, because there is zero identification of his own personality. He says, I don't belong. What do I belong? Do I belong to India or to America? I belong to the whole world. That is his universalism. Thank you all. So it is good that you could come. We have enjoyed the day, and we'll enjoy more with the little bit music and other things. Thank you all.
Thank you, Swami Sarvadevanandaji. I will now welcome Swami Sumanasananda. He is the Assistant Minister of the Vedanta Society of Southern California, and he will be followed by Swami Mahayogananda. He will be reciting as a poem to the 4th of July. Swami Sumanasanandaji, welcome.
Om Paratatte Sadalino Ramakrishna Samagaya Yo Dharma Sthapanarato Bidesham Tang Namamaham. We offer our salutation to Swami Vivekananda, who wanted to remain completely absorbed in the bliss of the Brahman, Samadhi, but came down to our level to teach us the real religion under the behest of his Guru, Sri Ramakrishna. Good afternoon and namaskar, revered Maharaj and other monastic brothers and Matajis, dear devotees. As Maharaj has said, that it is a wonderful day, very auspicious and very important in the lives of the Ramakrishna Vivekananda followers. And in America, you know, it is the day of the independence. And how much Swami Vivekananda was feeling himself one with America, that when in 1898 he was traveling with some of his devotees, they were from Europe and America, and in Kashmir they were traveling. There, on this day, 1898, 4th of July, all others did not remember. remember, but Swamiji composed a poem to the 4th of July, this American Independence Day, and he gave it to them, and it was read in the breakfast time on the 4th of July, 1898 in Kashmir, when Swamiji was traveling with his devotees. You see, and revered Maharaj Sarvadamanji has already mentioned that when his Guru Bhais, these brother disciples were telling, yes, wonderful lectures you have given, the whole world has accepted. So come back, what is there to remain there in America anymore? Come back, we are waiting for you. Then Swamiji again and again, then finally he said, do you think I belong to India only? Who will understand my words there? I will be here. In America, when he used to speak, today on Jesus, tomorrow on Buddha, day after tomorrow on another prophet, another day, another topic, and always everything is universal. People could not understand that what religion he belonged to. So he was asked, Swamiji, what is your religion? The truth is my religion, and universal, universe my country. This is universalism, Vivekananda and this universalism. And this idea he has got from his Guru and from the Upanishads. That is why he spoke of so much about Vedanta. He was trying to find out, as I have just said, Paratattva, to establish the real dharma you have come. What is that real dharma? This is universalism. One universal religion he was searching for, and because he preached Vedantic ideas, why? In Vedanta we find it is very close to that universal religion, which each and everyone can follow. It is like the science. He used to call it is not superstitions. It is spiritual science. So, about him, one American poet, lady, wrote a book. This book's name is The Gift Unopened. There she mentioned that Columbus discovered the soil of America, but it was Swami Vivekananda who discovered the soul of America. But we are so sorry that we could not open that gift, what Swami Vivekananda gave to the American people. So that lady, she was an American writer, author, she mentioned. So in him everything is universal, and these universal ideas he got from the words of the Upanishads in the life of his Guru, and he himself wanted to remain completely absorbed in Samadhi, and his Guru Sri Ramakrishna said, my dear, you are not that small, narrow. How could you behave in that way, only thinking of yourself? Your mukti, your liberation, the whole world is waiting for that, and you go and preach the real religion. So to Swami Vivekananda, truth was the religion. It is not that going to the churches, and as revered Sarvadamanji Maharaj has already mentioned, that I will go to the mosque and offer my prayer in the Muslim way. I will go, enter into the church and kneel down before the crucifix and offer my salutation. I will enter into the Buddhist temple and I will take refuge in Buddha. And equally I will enter into the forest and sit with the Brahmogyanis and speak and meditate on that ultimate reality. So, wonderful ideas, universal, seeing the oneness. The Swami Dhanayogananda mentioned many slokas from the Gita. Sarva bhutastam atmanam sarva bhutani cha atmani ikshate yoga yuktatma sarvatra samadarshana. In the Gita, Bhagavan is telling that condition, equanimity comes when you know that ultimate reality. It is a wonderful idea. And it is universal. It is not that. In the Upanishad, that message is there, Srinnantu Vishya Amritasya Putra Ye Dhamani Divyani Tastu. And there, this Upanishad from Shetashvatara Upanishad, Swami Vivekananda himself quoted in the Parliament of Religions in 1893. There. And what is the meaning? That yes, the children of the immortal bliss come and know that ultimate reality, that Purusha. And you see, knowing that I am now beyond any suffering, you can also, Hindu, Muslim, Buddha, Christian, Jain, Parsi, white, black, Indian, American, Australian, European, there is no division. There is no discrimination. Without any discrimination, caste, creed, each and every one, if we follow that truth, we can realize that self. And that is the goal of human life. That is what Sri Ramakrishna said. And in Swami Vivekananda's teachings, we find the preaching of the divinity of man. Divinity is everywhere. That is universal. What more universal anything can be other than the divinity? Yea, the sinners. Calling a person a sinner, it itself is a sin. Yea, the children of immortal beings. Allow me to call you the children of immortal beings. What a joy to call. And about himself, he said once that, you see, you can call me anything, in any name, if you want to call my names, but don't call me jealous, selfish, because I do not know what jealousy is. What Maharaj has just said, unselfishness. Unselfishness is God. I am quoting Vivekananda. So wonderful ideas we find in the life of Swami Vivekananda and through his teachings, and it came through his experience of the ultimate reality in his meditation during his Samadhi time, and that is what he preached all over the world until and unless people know that it is one with God. My mission is to make each and everyone make aware that each and everyone has that universal potential divinity, and the goal is to manifest the divinity within. That is religion. Not going to the churches and temples and doing this and that. These are extra things. These are all skins, not the kernel. If we want to experience the kernel of religion, the gist, the essence of religion, then we have to know ourselves. And that was the religion of Swami Vivekananda. When he was being compared by Jesus Christ, he said, Jesus, you are comparing me, you have not seen Jesus, you are seeing that Jesus is reincarnated. Oh, had I been in Nazareth at the time of Jesus, I would have washed his feet, not with my tears, but with my heart's blood. See, the way he pays his respect, homage, to the prophets of other religion. Another day he was being compared with the Buddha. So, Swamiji, we have not seen Buddha. As you have been speaking on Buddha, we have been thinking that the Buddha has reincarnated in you. So, Buddha, you are comparing. Several times he took Buddha's name, then said, oh, I am the servant of the servant of the servant of the servant of Buddha. See the broadness of universal outlook, feeling, behavior, everything in Vivekananda. So universalism was, actually he stands for universalism. If you say universalism personified, you can say Vivekananda. Thank you all for giving me the patient hearing. May we all pray to Swami Vivekananda so that we can imbibe a little bit of his inspiration, so that in this life, which is the goal of human life, to know that we are all one, not difference. As Sri Ramakrishna said, seeing one is knowledge, seeing many is ignorance. Let us be knowledgeable people. Thank you all. Namaskar.
So the day would not be complete, at least for me, without reciting Swamiji's poem, which we heard a little bit about, and then we'll have some music. Swamiji was in Kashmir, as Maharaj told us, with three of his Western disciples, Sister Nivedita, Josephine MacLeod, and Sarah Bull. Now, Josephine MacLeod, Sarah Bull, Americans, so he hatched a plan with Sister Nivedita to spring a surprise 4th of July party on them. And they even called a tailor to the place who sewed, rather crudely perhaps, an American flag. And they hung that on their houseboat, and at morning tea there was the surprise party to the 4th of July, and Swamiji wrote this poem. Now, it's all in a light spirit, and yet it's actually a profound poem. See if you can hear the tremendous love of Vivekananda for all humanity and his desire that all of us should attain to freedom. The poem itself is addressed ostensibly to the sun. It starts out by addressing the sun, and yet it's addressing the divine, and may the divine shine on everyone, and may all attain freedom. So this is the poem. Behold, the dark clouds melt away that gathered thick at night and hung so like a gloomy pall above the earth. Before thy magic touch, the world awakes. The birds in chorus sing. The flowers wave their star-like crowns, dew set, and wave thee welcome fair. The lakes are opening wide in love their 100,000 lotus eyes to welcome thee with all their depth. A welcome new to thee today, O sun. Today thou sheddest liberty. Bethink thee how the world did wait and search for thee through time and clime. Some gave up home and love of friends and went in quest of thee, self-banished through dreary oceans, through primeval forests, each step a struggle for their life or death. Then came the day when work bore fruit, and worship, love, and sacrifice fulfilled, accepted, and complete. Then thou, propitious, rose to shed the light of freedom on mankind. Move on, O Lord, in thy resistless path, till thy high noon o'erspreads the world, till every land reflects thy light, till men and women, with uplifted head, behold their shackles broken, and know in springing joy their life renewed.
That was beautiful. Thank you, Swami Mahayogananda ji. Thank you, Swami Sumanasananda ji. How are you doing? Are you enjoying the day? How was lunch? Huh? Puja, what a beautiful flower arrangement. I'd like to thank all our volunteers. We call them some here, the flower ladies, and really all of you. It is impossible to do without your help and cooperation. Some of us have to sacrifice, being in the shrine and just relax, and being in communion with the Lord. We have to do it actively. So thank you for that. Our usual singers, Ramakrishna Monastery singers, they are taking a break. Can you believe that? So recently I got a phone call, hey Swami, I'm not going to be here, and the other one is the one I'm taking the break. Okay. So I was talking with Rasha, he's among us, and I was sharing this with him. I said, oh Swami, I can sing, I can do it. I was like, okay. And guess what? He's going to sing Rabindranath Tagore's song. And right after that, we have Alex Medina, our dear friend. We've known Alex for many, many years. And I'm very happy to have him for the first time, I think. No, Alex? First time. Singing a song for all of us. Right after that, we have Naren. Where is Naren? Missed in action. Oh, he's outside. That's fine. So, all right. Rasha, please come. Welcome.
Hello, hello. Peace, blessings, love, everyone. It's an honor to be presenting this song from the poem by the great and late Rabindranath Tagore. Tagore and Sri Ramakrishna only met once, but they knew about each other and they supported each other. Swami Vivekananda, as all the Swamijis have talked about, often speaks about oneness and through divine power that flows through all of us. This song, Ekla Cholore, is about resilience and finding strength in God, even when no one is around, no one understands you. So I want to say a few of the lines in English, and then we'll sing the song. So if no one responds to your call, then go your own way alone. This reminds us the strength within us, inspired by the divine, to forge our own path. If no one speaks to you, O unfortunate one, if everyone turns their face away, if everyone is afraid, then open your heart and speak your mind alone. Even in isolation, we have the courage, given by God, to express our truth. And if no one holds up the light, O unfortunate one, then in the burning pain, light up your own heart and go alone. Even in our darkest moments, we can ignite the divine light in us. So through these lines, Tagore captures the essence of what everyone always preaches, echoing Vivekananda's message, Swami Vivekananda's message, that we are never truly alone, that the divine is here with us to support us all the time. So let's sing Ekla Cholore now. যদি তোর ডাক শুনে কেউ না আসে তবে একলা চলো রে যদি তোর ডাক শুনে কেউ না আসে তবে একলা চলো রে একলা চলো একলা চলো একলা চলো একলা চলো রে যদি তোর ডাক শুনে কেউ না আসে তবে একলা চলো রে যদি কেউ কথা না কয় ওরে ও আভাগা কেউ কথা না কয় যদি সবাই থাকে মুখ ফিরায়ে সবাই করে ভয় যদি সবাই থাকে মুখ ফিরায়ে সবাই করে ভয় তবে পরাণ খুলে ও তুই মুখ ফোটে তোর মনের কথা একলা বলো রে তবে মুখ ফুটে তোর মনের কথা একলা বলো রে যদি তোর ডাক শুনে কেউ না আসে তবে একলা চলো রে যদি তোর ডাক শুনে কেউ না আসে তবে একলা চলো রে যদি সবাই ফিরে যায় ওরে ও আভাগা সবাই ফিরে যায় যদি গহন পথে যাবার কালে কেউ ফিরে না চায় যদি গহন পথে যাবার কালে কেউ ফিরে না চায় তবে পথের কাটা ও তুই রক্ত মাখা চরণ তলে একলা দলরে ও তুই রক্ত মাখা চরণ তলে একলা দলরে যদি তোর ডাক শুনে কেউ না আসে তবে একলা চলো রে যদি আলো না ধরে ওরে ও আভাগা আলো না ধরে যদি ঝড় বাদলের আধার রাতে দুয়ার দে ঘরে যদি ঝড় বাদলের আধার রাতে দুয়ার দে ঘরে তবে বজ্রা নলে আপন বুকের পাঁজর জ্বালিয়ে নিয়ে একলা জ্বলে রে তখন বুকের পাঁজর জ্বালিয়ে নিয়ে একলা জ্বলো রে যদি তোর ডাক শুনে কেউ না আসে তবে একলা চলো রে যদি তোর ডাক শুনে কেউ না আসে তবে একলা চলো রে ধন্যবাদ থ্যাংক ইউ
Rasha, that was beautiful. I was taken back to West Bengal, India. Oh my God. A little emotional. Now we have Alex Medina with us. Alex is also a pro, right? He plays music with a band. Mm? I forgot the name of the man.
My band?
Yeah, your band. What was the name? The Reflex.
That's right.
There you go. Okay, Alex, thanks.
Where are our sound men? Here they come. Check, check, check. Check, 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 check. Anything yet? Peace. I wasn't. Oh, there's a switch. I didn't know that. All right. Can you hear that? Okay. Okay, you were watching that. I was very surprised and caught off guard when Swami D asked if I could help fill some time and play some music. And it is the greatest honor to be here. I've played music for a long time and aspired to write songs for a long time. But when I found this place 10 years ago, all my songs changed. I didn't write a lot of them, but there were a lot of them were just one phrase, like this song, which is called Pure Love. And it's not just one phrase, but I'm so grateful to be here, and I offer this song. Oh, and this is written just for this occasion. Remove from me this veil that makes me feel alone. Oh, don't you see your child? I know you hear me crying. Oh, please remove this from this veil that makes me feel alone. I somehow feel your hand moving me down this way. Sometimes I feel the pain. That's how I have learned. Lord, help me learn. O joyful architect of my mistakes. Catastrophes are sometimes what it takes. Thy love is always. Your love is always pure love. Pure love, 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 pure love. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex. That was beautiful too. We'll now close with Naren Hathaway. Let me tell you about Naren a little bit. Naren is the son of David and Heather Hathaway. I've known them for many years, and those eyes who have seen you, Naren, and these eyes that I see you now, that see you now. He's grown and he has become a great musician. I remember when I saw him 7 years ago with a small guitar. And I told him, you're going to become a great musician. So he's going to be doing 2 songs, Jagadisha, which means the benevolent, the honest man, and followed by I Becoming. With that, we will close. Let me give you the announcements. Ramakrishna Monastery is entering in a hiatus from today onwards. I know. No more lectures on Sundays, but we will restart the lectures on September the 8th this year. We usually start the lectures on the 3rd Sunday of September every year. But as you know, we've been celebrating the 75th anniversary of this place. And on September the 7th, please write it down on your calendars, September the 7th, we have a big event here. We'll be celebrating all day. We will we'll be honored by the presence of Swami Vivekananda ji. He's the vice president of this monastic organization. And he'll be giving a talk, of course, and other monastics as well. And we will give we'll have the opportunity to listen to all of you who would like to come forward here at the podium and share your experience with all of us, monks of the Ramakrishna Monastery and the Vedanta Society of Southern California. That happens on September the 7th. It falls on a Saturday. Okay, we will offer lunch and dessert. You don't have to worry about anything. Just bring your bodies, okay? We do continue during the summer with the Wednesday classes at 7:30 p.m. We open the monastery on Wednesdays for the classes only at 6 p.m. so that you guys can join us in the arati, in the shrine. And then that is followed by the Wednesday class at 7:30. So that remains on. And any other announcement? Am I forgetting anything? No, am I good? All right, so I leave it with Naren. Thank you so much for coming. Happy Independence Day. Jai Ramakrishna.
Vivekananda.